Salon and King Abdullah dress up for date night. Yeah, that actually looks like us, doesn't it? Fantastic.
This was sent to us by one of our trolls from many years ago, wasn't it?
Yeah, I had another one where you're looking down like this with your tongue out and it says, "Oh, King Abdullah." I've still got it. Seen that?
Oh, that.
Right, there's a chap here. It's a year on today, the 22nd of May.
Treason
That
May.
the so-called Manchester bombings went off. Right? Suicide bomber Salman Abadi.
You couldn't make it up, could you?
What's the name of the Prime Minister of Iraq? Abdul Abadi.
Ah.
Right? And his brother's called Hashim Abadi. And you see that gun he's got? Yeah? Made just over there in Nottingham by Hitler and KaK. And yes, it is German owned. Did I say? Did I say Hitler and KaK? That's exactly what I meant. Heckler and KaK. Who are Heckler and KaK if you want to watch an old KaK and Mac? So what do you reckon? Manchester bomber brother could refuse to face trial in the UK, who had nothing to do with the Ari Grande concert. What do you reckon to this Manchester bombing, which allegedly happened last year?
Everything about it stinks of a false flag.
It certainly does.
There's the police had to stand down, the fire brigade had to stand down for 2 hours while they set the scene for the false flag that they were about to...
A bit like if you're going to blow up Twin Towers or 3 buildings in New York.
Yeah, you'd have the weekend
you close
off.
it down for a couple of weeks and remove the security and the sniffer dogs.
Yeah.
And then plant your bombs and get everything ready there. And then plant all your crisis actors and... Does anybody know anybody that actually died that day in Manchester? God forbid.
Well, yeah, some died on that day, but not necessarily there.
Does anybody like to come and talk to us about, you know, that actually witnessed what went on that day? Because it's only up the road. It's only 60 miles up from Nottingham.
They couldn't, you see, because the doors where the bomb went off were sealed, and there was a whole nest of security guards there stopping anyone going in there because they didn't want to see that it was all a set-up.
Did you watch the video afterwards, where I watched them like this, and they were going to pay attention to somebody who just literally looked around and got on the ground like this. It was a bit odd. It was a bit odd.
Now, we're not saying that the majority of men, women and children in the actual stadium are in on it. In fact, they wouldn't have been in on it. But because of the fear that would have been raised up by everyone else, they'd have been in fear and thought it was real. So those that were inside, most of them, apart from those that were in the little sealed off area, who were all actors, of course, those that were inside thought it was real.
Do you know, I was watching a few interviews with a few people that day, and there were girls and boys there, mainly girls that weren't gone to see the Ariana Grande concert, and they were saying they heard this bomb sound, and it came out of the speakers, the loudspeakers. So, can you imagine, and again I say Jah or God, or whatever you believe in, forbid this, that if you were an IS terrorist and you wanted to get at the UK or US government, we're talking about the UK here, and you wanted to get at the government or the royal family or the institution, who would you go and bomb? A load of young girls at a Manchester concert?
In fact...
It doesn't make any sense.
In fact, this weekend just gone has been a perfect time for ISIS, Al-Qaeda, Daesh, whatever the name is today.
Daesh, those underfoot.
Would have been a perfect time to get some of the royals and whatnot, or only John Major, apparently politician. But
why bite the hand that feeds you, old boy? Why bite the hand that feeds you? The British monarchy and the mind controllers called the British government fund IS. They've all admitted it.
And yet we're still letting them get away with it.
KaK M?
Yes, yes.
That's a big one. Wow, as well.
Well, I've been working out.
Anyway, where were we? Yeah, fake bombings. Yeah, I was surprised actually. I was around at my mate's house and we were watching that wedding, which actually they'd never even got married.
No.
So I guess they're living in sin.
Well, they were never going to get married, really, were they? I mean, even the fact that he's not actually a royal. Well, is as royal as us.
We're all royal, really.
and she wouldn't let him marry. If he had been a royal, he wouldn't have been allowed to marry anyone that
Well,
wasn't.
he's got their name, which is Windsor, but it used to be Saxe Gothberg,
Gotha-Coburg.
something like
Yeah,
that, isn't
some
it?
stupid-
And Philip was ex-SAS. We've gone over this again.
SS, not SAS.
Did I say SAS? Same thing. Wasn't the SAS that actually admitted?
That they
Yeah,
killed,
we fixed it with MI5 to kill Diana.
Yep.
Did you know MI5, the KGB, and the FBI have all been working
Was it the
together?
CIA? It would be the CIA.
They've all been working together
Yeah.
for years.
Because there is, at the very top, there is only one, and they are trying to destroy us.